What I'm going to do today is probably something I shouldn't be doing. This is the 136 grain stone hammer that I'm going to be testing out of my 7 Valkyrie. And yes, that is the hack job that I did to open up that in order for the case to pass through. But the reason I shouldn't be doing this is I basically loaded this up to 10,000 PSI below the chamber specs. And hopefully this is not going to explode and that it actually cycles and that it is accurate. So I'm not going to put my thermal on there in case it does have some issues. But I'm going to check this for velocity. And I'm looking for somewhere around 2650 to 2700 FPS. And I'll shoot one to see how it functions and cycles. I'm going to purposely load up 2. This will be my aim point. If I'm within an inch of that top left corner, I'm going to leave it. Am I within an inch? Yeah. We've got a dead critter soon. I'm getting an average of 27-23 feet per second in a fully fire-formed case versus the 25-57 in an unfire-formed case using 34 grains of ram shot tack. Here is the rest of the load data that's there. I dumped the information into Gordon reloading tool, and we'll start here at the bottom. The chamber is designed for 60,000 or 62,000 PSI, and I'm only getting 51,811, so that's way below the pressure mark. The BA for the ram shot tack originally is 0.6232. I bounce it up to 0.6337, which is not much of an adjustment at all. 99% case fill, basically 100% case fill, and almost 100% burn rate, meaning the powder is burning about an inch or two before it exits the barrel there, and the 36.4% efficiency there. The only bad part about a 7 Valkyrie has to do with the magazines. We'll start with the 6.8 SPC magazine here. I can only put 5 in this magazine before it starts to bulge. And I don't know if you can see that or not. Probably not. But this will not, if I put more than 5, it'll bulge and it won't allow me to have the magazine work properly. This is a 450 Bushmaster magazine, and I actually have 8 in here. This is a single stack, and it's double ribbed on the side here, so that stops it from bulging the way it would in a 450 Bushmaster. So this will give me 8 in the magazine, 1 in the chamber. My buddy Ron literally texted me on my way home and invited me out to his place on Friday. So hopefully we'll get a critter down next week. Cree and I got to the property just after lunch. Ron and I did some work around the ranch, trimming trees and filling feeders. Since it was ridiculously hot this August afternoon, I didn't head out until sunset. The wind was not right in my favor on this first coyote set. At sundown, these 2 hogs rolled in at about 150 yards. Just after I shot this hog, a coyote started howling really close. I went back to my coyote stand, booted up the collar, and saw this guy work in. He was definitely in my scent cone. An hour later, I spotted what I believe were 2 hogs working the west fence line. I worked down that direction. I could hear this hog walking 20 yards in front of me. I went and hunted some coastal fields around 11 o'clock. I decided to just sit and wait since it was a full moon. Around midnight, the sounder came out into the high grass. I could eyeball these hogs under a full moon at 100 yards. I worked in within 75 yards. I believe the same group of hogs regathered and moved to an adjacent field. If you noticed, I missed almost all of my first shots. I told Ron my dilemma and told him I think my cold bore shot was way off. I went and checked my zero the next morning, and my suspicions were right. First shot was high left, my next two were dead on. If you remember, I only guessed this load data. Instead of taking time to develop a load, I was in a hurry to get out into the field, and it cost me. I can guarantee you it's not the gun's fault. I headed to South Texas the following week, and the 7 Valkyrie had stellar results.